Hello, good afternoon everybody. Well, I'm on a lovely walk through the woodland today and I've got some amazing news to tell you. So, what's my amazing news? Well, as you all know, I'm doing a charity walk this month to raise money for Refuge, who assist women and children to escape from domestic abuse and domestic violence. And my challenge, which I've done for the last 3 years, is to walk 62 miles in August. And I'm really pleased to tell you that this week I've reached my target goal and I have got 62 miles in the bank already. I've also had some donations on my Facebook fundraiser. I've now raised over £192 for Refuge. But even though I've actually reached my mile target a week early, I am still going to keep on walking this month because I would really like to see just how many miles I can actually walk in a month. And I'm hoping that if I go beyond the 62, then some more kind people will hopefully put their hands in their pockets and put some more donations into my fundraiser, because I would really like to hit the 250 target by the end of August. As I say, I've had some fantastic donations from people. I've got to mention Rain from Savage Senior Designs, who was the very first person to donate to my fundraiser. Thank you, Rain, for your kind donation. And I've also had a really big donation of £60 from my wonderful friend Graham. Thank you, Graham. You are a star. But today, I'm actually walking through the woodland today, but I'm going to take you to somewhere that is the most exclusive housing estate in the area where I live. And it's that exclusive that not even Google Maps are allowed to drive down there in their car to take pictures. So I live in Essex, in Brentwood. So when we get past the woodland, I'm going to take you to one of the most sought after housing estates to live in, where the houses are worth millions and millions of pounds. And we're going to go and have a walk around there today and see what it's like where the other half live. So come with me. So I've just walked from my council estate in Hutton, which is one part of Hutton, and now I've walked up to the very wealthy part of Hutton. So this is Hutton Mount. It is a private estate, and as I said, the houses here are worth anything from 1 million up to £5-6 million pounds, and even Google Street Map cars cannot drive down here. The only people that can drive down here are the residents, but you are allowed to walk. So I'm going to take you and show you around Hutton Mount. So as you can see, this is a really peaceful, very quiet place to walk because there is no cars, and I can actually walk in the road. Now let me tell you a little bit about the history of this place as I walk up the road. So Hutton Mount was originally built on land that was given for the project from Hutton Hall, which is a place I visited on a couple of videos, and Hutton Hall was one of the main manor houses in the area. So all of this land, this where Hutton Mount was built, once belonged to Hutton Hall, and the gentleman who owned Hutton Hall at the turn of the century was a chap called Malcolm Pilkington. And Malcolm Pilkington was a descendant from the famous Pilkington family who invented toughened Pilkington glass up north. And Malcolm bought Hutton Hall, I think it was at the beginning of very much at the turn of the century, sort of at the end of the Victorian period and the start of the Edwardian period. And he sold part of the land to Hutton Mount. And the reason that people wanted to come and live in Hutton Mount was because of the railways. The railways came to Shenfield and Hutton around 18 1840s, 1850s to begin with, and then towards the end of the Victorian era, the railways became an integral part of what brought people and business to Hutton and Shenfield, because people could travel for the very first time to London and back for just over an hour. So all of these houses and the whole Hutton Mount estate was basically built for rich bankers, stockbrokers, company owners, and also a lot of the managing directors of the railway companies, because they didn't want to live in London. They wanted to come and live out in the countryside, but they wanted to be able to get into London for work within an hour. And before the railways, they couldn't do that. So, as you can see, you know, this was built for very wealthy people back in the Victorian and Edwardian times. And now we still have a lot of commuters, a lot of celebrities, a lot of footballers, a lot of reality TV stars, a lot of wealthy people actually live in these houses now. Now, as you walk around Hutton Mount, you can sort of spot some of the older houses that have been here since the mount was first built. There are still some Edwardian properties which have been remodelled inside, but some of the old original buildings do still exist, and a lot of them have been knocked down, sadly, and modern houses built in their place. But as I said, all of the houses around here, you won't get anything, you won't get change from £1 million.